Hi everybody, I am just getting familiar with YouTube Live. So welcome to my channel if you happen to be watching. If you're one of my subscribers, one of my new subscribers, welcome. I have not put out a lot of content lately, but I'm going to be doing more and more coming up. One of the offerings I'm interested in doing is basically just an open chat or discussion with the astrologer, so you can ask me questions. I might spend an hour online talking astrology by answering your questions, and they can be questions about astrology in general. They can be questions about your chart in particular, just any topic that has to do with astrology, and I can share what I know. And I'm thinking this will be the right forum for that. And so I'm testing out YouTube Live just to see how it works and how to, push the right buttons on my phone to make it happen as well. So it does not look like anybody is tuned in right now. So I'll probably keep this brief. I will mention, in case you're new to my channel, what chakraology is. You may not be familiar with chakraology because I made up the word myself several years ago. When I realized as an astrologer, I realized that the 7 traditional planets from ancient and medieval astrology correspond with the 7 chakras. And of course, I didn't make this up. I just realized it looking back at ancient art and texts and other sources. You see that the correspondence of all the sevens, the 7 colors of the rainbow, the 7 days of the week, which have the same names as the planets in astrology in the solar system, and the 7 chakras, they all mesh. They're not accidental. And so yeah, it's just sort of bringing forward some ancient style of astrology and bringing it up into the 20th century. Paul, welcome. I am just checking out how to see how YouTube Live works. If you do have an astrological question, feel free to ask. This is basically a test run for me to get familiar with YouTube Live. So yeah, I'm talking about astrology, and if you have any astrological question, please feel free to post it, and I will answer it. Anyway, I was explaining how the 7 chakras and the 7 planets are essentially talking about the same things. For example, your crown chakra is your connection to spiritual reality. Jupiter, the king of the gods in mythology, of course, corresponds with the crown chakra, and the king represents, of course, the the crown chakra, the planet Jupiter, represents expansion and growth. And so this is like the ultimate growth, when you realize through your crown chakra that you're actually connected to everybody and everything. Many Sagittarius, who are one of the signs ruled by Jupiter, tend to go around physically meeting as many people as possible. Hi, Whitney and Christopher. Yes, thank you. If anybody has a question, feel free to just post a question. I'm here to answer your astrological questions. So anyway, yeah, Jupiter, the ultimate expansion. So instead of having to go all over the planet to meet as many people as possible, the other style of connection is to connect spiritually. So when you're connected at your crown, which we all are, but when you're aware of your connection to all things, you have expanded your horizons and your reach infinitely. So yeah, you see how the mythology, of course, Jupiter is the king of the gods, right, at the top of Mount Olympus. So the mythology and the astrological symbolism of the planet Jupiter and the function of the crown chakra all just fit together so nicely. And so that's why I call what I do chakraology. It's really astrology, like almost any other astrologer, with the added layer of using the chakras to help illustrate the picture of what's going on inside of you. So that's what we're here to do. So um, let me see if I can read any of these uh, questions. Hello, Inso. I hope I'm reading and pronouncing your names correctly. The print is so very tiny, and I probably need a new, larger prescription of reading glasses to see it properly. But if anyone has a question, feel free to pop it up there, and I will answer astrological questions. That is, I am an astrologer, and that's what I know more about than anything else. So yeah. Otherwise, like I said, I'm just testing out the YouTube Live. I hope to be having a similar, more formal presentation. Like I said, this is just sort of spur of the moment, so I could learn how to push what buttons on the phone to make this work. But we'll be scheduling these for like an hour at a time. So if you want to stay connected, subscribe to my channel, and you'll get notified when the next one will be. And so, how is your day? Well, fine. And so, thank you. I'm here to answer astrological questions. So, if you have any of those, feel free to ask them. But yeah, that's what I do. I'm an astrologer. I do private readings, of course, and I teach this class about the connection between the planets and the chakras and what that means for you. The class is called Chakras, Mythology, and Astrological Symbolism. And so yeah, that's the gist of it all. It's how those three um, disciplines or three areas of study overlap, and they're actually all telling the same story. And the story is you. The story is what's going on inside of you. Of course, we all have a different emphasis on which chakras, which gods or goddesses are playing stronger or weaker roles in our own experience, which, and of course, that changes from day to day or from time to time. But yeah, the idea is to get familiar with yourself, to know thyself, to get to know what's going on. And we lean on mythology, and not just ancient Greek mythology, but you may realize that most of Shakespeare is influenced and based upon Greek mythology, as is most of the great movies that we like to watch or books we like to read. Gone with the Wind, for example, has astrological symbolism throughout. Harry Potter, I do a whole class just on the astrological symbolism in Harry Potter, as every character is an astrological archetype. And of course, there are 7 books that take you through a journey of the 7 chakras. So yeah, you'll see the overlap everywhere in our world around us and everywhere in your life, in your experiences. But yeah, that's the fun part of what I do, getting to see how the god of war or the goddess of love or the god of communication shows up in each of our lives. So okay, looks like I'm down to 3 folks checking out the live feed. So if there are no questions or comments, I'm going to say adios. Got a question? Now you got 10 seconds to ask a question or say hi. And then I'm going to sign off, and we'll be back, or I'll be back, I should say, soon. So subscribe to the channel. I'll send out a notification when the next live event will be, when I schedule it, so you can show up with your questions. And again, they can be questions about astrology in general. Like, what's the rising sign? What does that mean? What's it all about? Or that could be something about your specific chart, like I'm Aquarius rising. What does that mean? Helping understand what this is saying about me. So there we go. I think we're done with the comments. we're done with the video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out, and I hope to see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.